everyone. You are watching News and Views with Bella. I am your host, Bella. Tonight we have our special guest who is going to entertain us for the next few minutes. Hey,
Hmm.
you want to introduce yourself? You know you my
Hey,
favorite. Come on.
huh?
I said, you know you my favorite. Come on, introduce yourself.
Hey, how y'all doing, world? My name's Rhea Fool, the comedic voice of the streets. Like she said, I'm going to entertain y'all. She said it like I was a slave or something, like she bought me. She said it like I was purchased. But I am a comedian, a motivational speaker, host, rapper, singer, dancer, daddy, a Renaissance man of the new millennium. That's who I am.
A multi-talented man of the new millennium, huh?
Yeah, that's what I am. I'm whatever you may need me to be as long as you pay me.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I got some questions for you. Some questions for you.
You didn't give me the quick. Damn it! You
First
didn't
off,
tell me
I have
the.
my own personal question because I call you Ray because I refuse
Mhm.
to say that whole name of yours. So you have to
Uh-huh.
tell us where the name came from, where your name came from.
So when I first started comedy, I thought it was a genius idea to make a name of my own, and I actually merged a comic and a comedian together because those are two different things, and people don't know that. A lot of people don't know there's a difference between a comedian and a comic. And so I looked up the definition of comic, and it was one who says funny things. And then I looked up the definition of a comedian, and it was one who creates funny things like stories. So I was like, I do both of them. So I called myself Ray the Comic Edian. And they butchered that name so bad. They tore that name up. Like for my first 6, 7, 8 months of comedy, I was just like, man, I, just call me whatever till I figure this out. So where I'm from, we have a saying of food. Like we always say it. Like if we taste some good food, we like, "Ooh, boy, that thing right there was a fool." Or we see a good looking lady, we might like, "Ooh, look at the ass on her, but that mother a fool." So naturally, people just started saying it. Like, "Boy, you a fool, boy. You a fool." So it went hand in hand. So I just was like, okay, I'm finna start calling myself that real fool. And once I said it one time, it stuck.
Yeah.
It stuck. Because people naturally was just like, boy, you a fool. And then they find out my name is Ray, and they like, okay, well, now we know why. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Your name makes perfect sense. Yeah. So that's where it came from. That's where it originated from. It originated from my hometown, Shelby, North Carolina, like the saying, and then actual people actually the crowd gave me my name. I didn't work hard for my name. They literally after shows, I hear it. Then I started calling myself. They were like, "Boy, your name fits you. You is a fool, boy. You is woo, Lord. You is a piece of work." So that's where it came from.
Okay. Now you
I ran
started
with it.
giving me a little background on you, you know what I'm saying, your journey to where you are now. So what kind of brought you full circle with where you are now? Where'd you start from and
Well, I honestly been funny all my life. Like I literally been funny forever. But doing stand up comedy, I never. I put it like this. I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to. Like I didn't understand it though. I knew it was a difference. Like some comedians to this day believe that they can just get up there on stage and just be funny. At the cookout funny is different than stand up funny.
yeah, it's a whole different crowd too.
It's a whole different ball game. So at first, yeah, I was just at the house funny, just telling my stories and just speaking on how life was for me growing up. But then I realized that no. It's a craft. This is an art. So
Mhm.
it's still people that to this day don't know. Like I've had so many people be like, so you just came up with that joke off the top of your head? No, this is a joke that I have rehearsed over hundreds of times. Now hosting is different. I get to just be whoever, whatever, and how. That's at the house funny. But when I'm doing my actual set, like that's rehearsed. And once I figured out that okay, this is not people actually sit down, write jokes and rehearse their jokes and go. When I first started comedy in 2022, no, 2021. My daughter was born in 2022. I didn't go to no open mics. I didn't know the craft. One of my homeboys said he had some tickets to go to a comedy show. I had never ever been to a comedy show before. And said that the curator of the comedy show was looking for newer comedians. And he asked me, did I want the tickets and did I want to go? I was like, sure. He was like, I told her you funny. I was like, okay, but what that's gonna do for me? He was like, just talk to her. So I got there and I asked the lady, uh, was she looking for new comedians? And she looked me dead in my eyes and said, hell no. What are you talking about? So I instantly was upset with my homeboy. I'm ready to go now. So I said, bump it. I just sit here and watch it. I mean, it was free tickets. Something to do. As I'm watching the comedians, one of the host told her, was like, you might as well throw him up there. He can't do no worse than what they doing.
No, it's you.
So they gave me 3 minutes. And in them 3 minutes, I fell in love in them 3 minutes. Yeah, I fell in love with comedy in them 3 minutes. And all I did was get up there and I just told a story. Cracked a joke on the crowd a little bit, played in the crowd a little bit. And after that, I didn't get on stage for almost 4 months.
So
Because I didn't know what I was doing.
oh,
They threw me up there. I did good. I ain't know what to do after that. I didn't know. Didn't nobody say, hey, well, after you do this, you do this. I was at the house chilling. I ain't do no research, no homework. Like, hey, what I do next? Hey, I tried something. It was fun. It was cool. I was in Miami and the lady called me and was like, do you want to go on the road with us? I was like, wait, what? She was like, yeah, this is a paid gig. I'm willing to pay you to take you on the road with us for the next show. Everybody loved you. And I've been at it ever since.
all
But
right. Oh, that is wonderful. It took you 3 or 4 months. It took her 3 or 4 months to call you, though, right?
yeah, I guess she had to put another show together.
Oh.
But
Mm.
there
So
wasn't no practice in between there.
what's the most random job you had before you started comedy?
Random? No. All right now. What do you mean by random? Like did I put the application in?
You better not say no stripper.
No, I wasn't a stripper. But I did get paid for my services.
Oh, God. I should have been more time with that question.
Yeah, you gonna have to ask. You gonna ask me a question? Go ahead. Hey. I wasn't. I don't think they call them males the prostitutes. I think they call them gigolos or something like that.
Oh, Jesus. So during your stint as a comedian, what's the hardest crowd you ever had to win over?
I didn't win them over.
Oh,
They whooped me. They whooped me bad. Woo-wee. I'll never forget the date. That's how bad it was. I won't never forget that date. It was June 16th, 2023. No, 2022. My daughter was here already. Yeah, June 16th, 2022.
What?
Yeah, it was bad.
Are you gonna talk about it? Yo, want to talk about it?
Yeah, it was. When you asked me, it brought it all back. I had to just sit there and just let it whoop me again for a little bit. Like, okay.
Did you get
Yep.
bombed on stage? Oh my god.
I didn't get booed. I just okay. So I was in my hometown at that, you know. So it was at this place called Easy Q's, and I got my peoples out there, my family. Some of my family came. Some of my old schoolmates came. It was just a lot going on. They had a band with music, and I'm the only comedian. I didn't. There was no host to bring me up. It was just get on stage and be funny. And this is in the time where I'm finding myself. So it was a white crowd plus a black crowd. It was a mixed crowd, and I had some of the crowd, but I didn't have all of the crowd. And I'm just fighting for my life. I'm like, they ain't laughing at nothing. So I just thought I naturally wanted to just go to crowd work and start picking at people in the crowd, but I bit off more than I could chew. I wasn't ready for it yet. So that was my first time and last time bumming. I ain't bumped no more after that. Thank God. I ain't bumped no more after that. That right there, that punch in the mouth made me understand. That's when I understood that this ain't a just get on stage and make up some stuff. That's when I understood really what comedy was. This is an actual craft. That day, June 17th.
So what you
I
did
never,
off stage? Did
huh?
you just set or did you walk off?
Oh no, I went. I did my full 20, 30 minutes, but I wasn't even ready for 20. See, that's another thing within time. A lot of comedians think they got a lot of time. Oh, I got 20, 30 minutes. No, bro. Honestly, you got 4. The rest of that 16 minutes is just a whole bunch of bullshit that you trying to fill in for. You got 3 minutes of funny. Yeah, I thought I had the time. I'm like, okay, I can get up there and entertain these people for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But I didn't know anything about stage presence. I didn't know anything about keeping a crowd under control or none of that. I didn't know none of that in that moment. I wasn't even a year in yet. And yeah, woo, yeah, they whooped me that night. But I ain't been whooped ever since. That's what that's what turned me into the dog I am, man. Yeah, that's what turned me into that dog.
So how do you balance being naturally funny with being a polished performer?
It's a thin line. It's a very thin line between naturally funny because you got to know when to turn that on and refine. I put it like this: being polished entertainer on stage comes with repetition. That's how you learn how to cook. Put it like that. That's how you make a mean macaroni. You just got to keep cooking it, finding the right seasoning until it's your macaroni. But being naturally funny is knowing the cheese to put on it. It's knowing when to put that extra cheese on there. Because some people can't stomach extra cheese. Some people's stomach can't. So me being naturally funny, like everyday funny, you gotta know when to be naturally funny.
Mm.
And some crowds it ain't gonna work. Some crowds that ain't natural funny just ain't gonna work. They're not there for that. They're there for stand-up comedy. And that's when I learned. That day is when I really learned the difference between stand-up comedy and being naturally funny.
Yeah.
Because stand-up, some people want to hear your set. They want to hear what you worked. They want to hear your actual setup line, punch, callback. They want to know all that. I didn't even know the verbiage back then. I was just doing shit. Doing shit. They whooped me too.
Ooh, you have a flashback
Yeah, man, it hurt. It hurt. But
So,
I think about where I'm at today and where I'm gonna be at tomorrow night, and
mhm.
it's like, hey, without that, you might not be here. Yeah,
What's the misconception people have about being a comedian?
that, that we take everything for a joke. Like we're never serious, bro.
Yeah, that
Like,
would be what I think too. That
like,
like me and you have a conversation, and I'm sitting here like I really feel like he just being sarcastic when you really
and
be
it, I
serious.
be serious. Like, and that's one of my gifts. Like, I really can be serious, and people like, oh, bro, he think it's a joke. Like, nah, bro, I'm dead serious though. Like, bro, he died. He did. And they see what I'm saying, and they chuckle. Like I'm like, bro, no, I'm serious. Like, bro, no. But
Mm,
that still comes with body language and like even with my daughter, I have to learn how to. She's a big help with me being in serious mode and turning off the funny, like because she'll look at me and bust out laughing. Are you funny, bro? Bro, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious right now. I am going to whip you if you do that again.
oh Lord, she be about to get her butt whooped. She laughing at you.
She be about to get her butt whooped all the time because she is a whole nother me.
Mm-mm. When you're doing your hosting gigs, do you test out some of your material?
Yes, so that's one thing I love about hosting is I can go back and look at my hosting and I might hear a joke or seen something that I worked. I'm like, ooh, I like that. Go to the open mics and rework it and polish it up until it's part of my set now. That's why I love hosting. Hosting is almost like the practice that you always gonna get in the game. You
Mm-hmm.
know you're gonna get in the game. Cause at the end of the night, you get the microphone more than anybody. So
Yeah.
you
Oh my God, I be waiting for you to get back on that stage. I know you about to say. I know you about to say so. Oh my God.
And the thing with a competition is totally different hosting because you have to give the courtesy of every comedian getting the same energy. So if someone is doing bad on their set in the competition, yes, I have to bring the crowd back up, but I can't take the crowd too high. Because if I take them too high, they're not gonna pay attention to the person that's coming on next. They
Mm-hmm.
only gonna remember what I said. So I have to give it just enough, not too much, for the next person that's coming on, so they have an even slate with everybody.
Man, listen,
Now,
your commentary went between them sets. Oh my God. I'd be like, oh God, I'm waiting for this one. I know
now
he
with Pudgy, that night with Pudgy when he got stuck on stage, I,
wait, because me and Kat was watching that the other day and I was like, oh my God. Cause I was at the door so I couldn't see his set. So when I watched it, I said, oh my God, he really shaking.
bro, oh, man, like, that is the funniest.
Oh my God.
The
I was
backstory to that though, the backstory is that I knew Pudgy was afraid of heights.
and you still
Because
like,
we did another competition somewhere else, and he told me like, bro, I ain't trying to get up there on that stage. I'm kind of scared of heights.
mhm.
But he fought through that one, and that stage was bigger than that stage. So I don't know what it was, but that was the funniest shit in the world to me.
Oh my God, I was done. I was Lord. I was outside and I heard you, and I was like, "Oh my God, man." I was on the floor out there laughing. So he is terrible.
The part that did it for me was when I tried to help him, and he didn't want my help. When I get back up there, I got something for you, buddy, because I tried to help you.
Oh my God. So, do you ever get tired of people expecting you to be funny?
Nah, I love it. I love it. I lo- my thing now that I've grown in this game as much as I have in these little in these minute 4 years. Well, they was big 4 years for me because I hit the ground running kind of fast. But one thing that I do love is that people do expect me to be funny. They put that expectation on me to the point to where I'm humble enough to know that, hey, if the game on the line, they want to put the ball in my hand. Kobe me, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being Kobe in the situation. I'm fine with being that guy in the clutch moment. Because my people that I grew up around, leadership is a big thing. Like if you know how to lead now. Don't take her down there and make her lose. So when they put the ball in my hands and be like, hey, they expect for me to kill tonight. Cool. But I also have a thing with perfectionism. So I try to over exceed. You expected me to do this, but I'm finna go crazy tonight. I know I'm finna go crazy. Especially if I get on the lineup and I know pretty much the lineup. I know who say what and what premises and punchlines and jokes they already got. I stay far away from them and I originate myself. I become the person who you think not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, don't. I don't like doing shows where they tell me pretty much you don't say this because I'm the type of person that I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Like I worked for one headliner one time and they told me to stay away from like 2 premises. I was like 3 minutes in my set. I was like, I'm finna say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm saying it.
From that mess around and found out state, huh?
Yeah, and he ain't never called me no more. He ain't never booked me no more. None of that.
So, what's the weirdest
this
on stage?
huh? What's my what?
On stage?
What's the weirdest thing that what the weirdest thing that has happened to me on stage? I had some titties pulled out one time. Yeah, I had titties pulled out one time.
Did you bring her on stage?
No, she didn't come on stage. She did it in the crowd. But I had some, because I was talking about titties, and she was heckling me and was like, "Oh, my titties perky." I was like, "No, I could tell by the baggage in the front of your shirt that them titties sag a little bit." And she decided to want to try and prove me wrong, and she lifted her shirt up. And when the titty came out, everybody just was like, "Oh, titty!" And I'm like, "I told you had a little long titty there. Told you that titty had some stress on it."
So, has your comedy ever got you in trouble?
With what?
Yeah, your comedy got you in trouble with a whole lot, from at home to somebody waiting for you after your set.
I've had somebody confront me after a set and was like, "You said this about this. Is it a problem?" And I was like, "It depends on who's solving the problem. Like if it's a math equation, is it 1 + 1 = 2, or we divide it or subtract it? It depends." And we hashed it out pretty quick and let it go. Like it was, because I said what I said, I wasn't taking it back. That's where I got the name, the comedic voice of the streets, because they was like, "Oh, but it really be with the shit." Yeah, I'm with the shit. Like,
So, got you in trouble at home?
comedy's been getting me in trouble all my life. We're just gonna put it all the way out there. Like it didn't just start when I got on stage. Like I've been getting in trouble telling jokes all my life. I finally ran into the teacher that told me me being funny was never gonna amount to nothing. I got to show her one of my flyers and what I got paid for it. And she was like, "Oh, so the jokes actually paid off?" I was like, "Yeah, they did."
Did she apologize? No.
Hell. She told me she loved me though. She told me she loved me. She did. She told me she loved me.
last nerve.
Yeah, I did. I did it on purpose. I purposely got on Miss Mooney nerves every day I could.
So if you had to do stand up for one person, one celebrity or a celebrity comedian, who would it be?
If I had to do stand up for one person, oh man, he dead and gone.
No, Bernie Mac. No.
Dick Gregory.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Dick Gregory. I would love to do stand up in front of Dick Gregory.
Is that one of them people that you was young, but you listen to anyway?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was one of them. See, he was more people know Dick Gregory as an activist. They don't know him as the stand up comedian that he was. But Dick Gregory was one of the type of people that was gonna say what everybody wasn't expected to be saying. So yeah.
Mm.
Now Bernie, all them I would have loved, yeah. But I hate that I'll never get to meet that man. But Dick Gregory is one of those people that just yeah, he's one of those ones. When you look him up, you'll see why. I'm
No.
saying, yeah, he's one of those people that's he's gonna say it.
So how do you handle creative blocks or burnout? Oh God.
I don't get that with content.
Huh?
I only get that when I'm creating content.
Okay.
Like when I'm doing actual, like, because I make everything a joke. I've learned being incarcerated helped me learn how to turn every little thing into a joke. I turn everything into a joke. Like I might not say it at that moment, but in my brain, it done played as a joke. My brain, like my little girl did something today that she wasn't supposed to do. It played as a joke like 30 times in my head to how I could make that punchline, premise, punchline, callback. Like I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm a freak of nature when it comes down to how my brain works. They call it retard. I'd be like, I ain't retarded. It's just I don't know. It's something wrong with this brain of mine for real.
So you never
Yeah.
really like
Nah,
no.
not when it comes down to comedy. Cause
Okay.
even I literally take everything and if I can't make a joke out of it, I'm gonna look at it in a different way and try to create a joke out of it. And I type it in my phone and come back to it later on. Come back to it later on. Because I was told by a writer named Jerry Corley. His last name is my last name. That's what made it funny. He's a white man. So he owned somebody in my family. I don't know. His people them own some of my people.
Oh God.
I didn't know if they called him massa or what. I didn't know how to go about it. But he had a writing class and he literally said the first chapter of his class in his syllabus, anything can be a joke. All jokes are funny. You just got to find out how to make it funny and make it a joke. And I've been running for that ever since. Like I try to make everything into a joke.
So it's all about the deliverance of it.
The delivery and yeah, that's it. And I learned that from the first time I got punched in my mouth. A lot of that night could have been good if I would have delivered it the correct way. I didn't
So have
deliver it at all.
you been your content to stay true to yourself?
Yeah, don't. Now, stay true to yourself. True indeed. But the the greats did it. You're not gonna find no person who has mastered something and is good at it that's not gonna tell you they didn't go look at somebody who was great at what they're doing and
Mm.
didn't learn something. So yeah, I'm gonna study Ali Sadiq. I love his storytelling. Yes, I'm gonna study Arnez J. I love his physical comedy. Yes, I'm gonna study Bernie Mac. I like his delivery and how he plays with storytelling. People don't like D.L. Hughley politically and with his comedy, but I love his political comedy because it teaches you that knowledge is actually funny. The more you know, the more you can make a joke out of something.
Yeah.
Even down to the women, Monique. Uh,
Some more.
Now that freak there, I think I love them.
Samora is she's
Even down to the local comedians who I look to, like Stephanie, Major Keys, Kayla Candy,
mm-hmm.
Gigi LaFleur. Like I look to these females because you got to understand when you run into females that don't just talk about one thing, they have a lot of things to talk about. You can learn from them.
Yeah.
You can learn how to pick out a woman in a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And down to my local male comedians like Julio Hennessy, High Society Q, Sauce Got Jokes, Biggs, Trevor Ashford. That's my favorite. Um, Cousin Clyde. Like those are people that like I can look to and be like, okay, they, I don't want their style of comedy because I got my own style of comedy. But I can look to them and see, okay, I know what that is. I know what not to do there. I know how to do that. I know how to do that. Uh, Tyrone Burston, Burpee. I study. There's never going to be a time where I'm looking at another comedian. I'm thinking to myself, oh, I can do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to look at them and be like, okay, what can I learn from them?
Yeah.
I'm a student. Like, even though people be like, oh, you're very good, you're this, that, bro, I'm always a student. Even if I'm in a room where it's a whole bunch of bumming going on and everybody in here bumming, I'm still going to learn something from y'all. I'm going to tell the damn jokes y'all telling. Stay away from what y'all talking about. Not doing that.
Over to make it sound like something for you.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not trying to remix nothing nobody got. No, none of that.
Mm-hmm. So, what's one lesson comedy has taught you about life?
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. But always read the back of the book. Always read the back of the book. You ain't got to judge the book by the cover, but you can flip that motherfucker open. It's going to give you a decent little summary about what you about to get into. And that's the way I look at comedy. I don't never say, oh, I'm going to go in here and kill this room. But I can look in that crowd and can pick me out a little something to know where I can get my footing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I treat that with my relationships, with my finances. I treat that in everything. I don't say, well, this is gonna happen because I'm looking at it. But I flip that book over and say, okay, well, I might can't get it all done right now, but I can figure it out. I can get pointed in the right direction if I want to deal with this. That's why I say no to a lot of things. Because I read the back of the book. Read the back of the book. That's why I say no to a lot of stuff. And that's one thing comedy has taught me about life. Saying no is the best thing in the world. I don't care what nobody say.
Mm-hmm.
No, no. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. If I'm not, I've learned not to people please. I used to be a big people pleaser. That used to be one of my biggest. I would shrink myself to be in places. I would do things just to fit in with certain people. And then once I get into the fitting in with those people, I become a leader with them people. Now them people are like, oh, I want to do what you doing. Now, nigga, I joined y'all just so I could do what y'all doing. Now y'all trying to do what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. So, yep, that's what comedy has taught me. Don't judge a book by its cover, but I always read the back of the book. I always read the back of the book.
So, if you didn't go into comedy, what do you think you will be doing now? If you didn't be a comedian, please don't say what you told me earlier.
Without comedy, I've got to be honest. Comedy actually saved my life. Comedy saved my life. I was incarcerated, and one of the COs told me that I have a powerful energy, and I told him, "Shit, talking to me." Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Like, You talking about energies. I don't care nothing about none of that. I'm trying to maintain life inside of here. And he said, I want to do something with you because I've seen this energy before, but I didn't get to hone it the way that I wanted to. He said, I want you, he said, I'm on shift for 3 days this weekend. I want you to come out happy one day. I want you to come out mad one day. And I want you to come out stoic one day. And I was like, man, go ahead with the dumb games. And I'm an avid reader. I read a lot. I do. I read a lot. And so I did it. The day that I came out happy, everybody in the pod was cool. We was people who didn't like each other the day before. They was cool with each other. The phone was jumping. Everything was smooth. I came out angry. I slammed my door hard. I was like, and I'm tired of da. Everybody had an attitude that day. It was like 3 fights that broke out, everything. I came out stoic. I got up that morning for breakfast. I went and got my coffee at 8 o'clock. Went back in my room, stayed in my room, read my books. I didn't come out. When I came out, it wasn't no talking, no none of that. It was silent all day long.
Mm.
There was no movement in the pod all day long. So when he came back to work that next Wednesday, he said, did you see what happened? He said, you're a creator of energy. You can walk in rooms and change the mood instantly with just who you are. When you get out, do something with that. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know comedy was the calling.
Mm.
I didn't know. When I first came home from prison, I was cleaning shoes.
You was
I had,
cleaning.
yeah, I had my own refurbishing business. I refurbished sneakers. I thought that was my calling until my daughter. I found out I started comedy in the same year I found out that my daughter was coming. So I started comedy in September. You remember I told you I took that big 4-month break?
Mm.
Within them 4 months, little shawty upstairs was brewing. I didn't find out about my daughter till 4 months later.
Mm.
So I didn't know what I was doing with comedy in the same sense. I didn't know I was finna be a daddy.
Yeah.
So I found out that comedy is finna be for me and I'm finna be a daddy in the same month. December 2021.
Ooh.
That was my Christmas gift. Comedy and yeah, you finna be a daddy. Cause I was 33 when I had when my daughter, when I found out I was 33 years old. So I didn't think the thing worked. I thought it was,
Oh, you
oh
terrible.
my bad. thought, thought God sold me one of them little guns to say bang. It wasn't no bullets in it.
Oh Lord. Mm-mm. Now you got 2 of them.
But then I found out my 38 is special. My 38 is special. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So if you could headline any venue, any place in the world that does comedy, where would it be?
Send me back to the motherland. I want to do comedy in Africa.
You really want you really want to do comedy in Africa? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to Abutu. I want to go over there.
Lord, they gonna hang you. Oh, Lord, I did not say that. But Lord, why? Why you want to go to Africa and do comedy?
Because I just feel like it would be like a electrifying. Like I feel like it would, like, for your peace and your core, for them to actually because they have a actual stigma that Africans don't like African Americans. So if I could bridge that gap, I would bridge that gap. I want to go there and I want to do comedy in a prison.
In the prison?
Mm-hmm. Them guys don't need laughter, man.
That aspect of it, because you know the atmosphere. You're familiar with the atmosphere. I understand that.
Yeah,
But I don't understand Africa. I just think they would be done dragged you by your heels over there.
they love me. And that would be, Africa would probably be Like you see where your mind went. That's why I would want to do it because it's like a task that people think is not obtainable, and that's me. I like to go for the challenge. I like to go for what people think you can't do. I want to try that. Let me try it.
Okay.
I do it. Let me see if I can't do it. If I can't do it, nah, I die trying.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, I die trying to do it. That's my mindset. It's been that way since I was younger. Like if you, my daddy used to do that to me. Like he literally know I can do something, but I might fail at him. Like I bet you can't do it. Because he know I'm gonna try it. He know I'm gonna try to do it. He know I'm gonna figure it out. That was his way of getting me to figure something out. I
Oh
bet you
God.
can't do
You know that can work against you too, right?
it. Again, that's why I said I die trying. I'm gonna give it my all.
So, what advice would you give a up and coming comedian? The up and coming comedians now. What advice would you give them?
Don't worry about the gatekeepers. Don't worry about the the politics of the game. Find out who you are and then focus on the business. Because you got to understand if you want to take this to another level, you want to take this seriously, you want to do this to take care of your family. It's a business side to this. It ain't just get on stage, be funny, and then money. It's
Yeah.
a business side of this. Learn who you are. Find out who you are first, and then find this business side. Focus on the business side. Get you some merch. Find you a angle. Find your lane and stay in your lane. Don't move for nobody. Don't move for nobody. Because that's exactly, and it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna. I'm not finna sit here and be like, oh yeah, once you figure that out, you're good. No, 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 no. That's why it takes comedians so long to pop. You got comedians out here that been doing comedy for 15 years and people still don't know who they is.
You right about that.
They don't do no back end work. It's a lot of back end work to this comedy stuff, and this is not me just saying it because I know everything. Because I know there's some comedians out there that always want to put that vision out there. Oh, Ray think he know everything. Nah, but Ray do know what he know. If I'm lying, go look it up. If I'm lying, go look it up. I guarantee you gonna see exactly what I saw.
Mm-mm. So basically, tell them to just stay in their lane and believe in themselves.
Believe in yourself, invest in yourself. That's where the business come in at. Investing in you. Don't go try to find you no manager and just because people taking pictures with celebrities don't mean that they doing the work.
They just found a celebrity to take pictures with.
They
So we have an event tomorrow. That's what this is all leading up to. I had to get you on here because I myself wanted to know how did you link up with Kevin and connect it to comedy.
I didn't link up. That's another that's what happens when you stay in your lane and you just do what you do. Just be you. He found me. He found me. He hit me up.
So what was that like? Did you ask questions or did you say hell? Did you say yeah? And
Now, I can't say I just said yeah because I will say no. I will say no. I will say no in a heartbeat. But I believed in what he said, in his vision, and what he had going on. I'm not even from Charlotte, and I got nominated for the Queen City Awards, the Comedian of the Year. And I'm like, okay, I know of him. Cool beans. When he introduced it to me and gave me the format of how it was gonna go and what was going on, I instantly was like, it sounds good. Only way that I don't do it is if it sounded crazy, like I didn't believe in it. I believe in it. I gave it the test run. We on episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a good time every show. The crowds are getting better. the laughs are getting louder, and more comedians are actually now wanting to be a part of it. So sound like check boxes is all checked off to me, and
So
naturally
what has your experience been like from the first one up until this coming one tomorrow?
it's been fun. I mean, because I'm the host, so it's naturally fun for me because I get to be around all my comedy friends for one. And I get to see new talent that I've never seen before. And it's just, I like to see stuff come together. I'm not a producer. I don't like producing shows, but I do have my own entertainment line that I'm bringing out, a food entertainment. I'm bringing my own entertainment line to Charlotte to where comedians can come through and produce their shows through my brand, get on stage or whatnot. So it's like to see what he has going on and how he's putting it together. I love that part. I love seeing people produce things and it come together and fill out. And next thing you know, it's the biggest thing in the city or the biggest thing in the world or even in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They might see me on Roku and be like, okay, hey, let's get buddy to Africa.
You really on that African thing?
I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Africa.
So, are you excited about tomorrow? Are you anticipating tomorrow? Do you have anything prepared for tomorrow? Do you
Now,
know?
tomorrow is the last. And pretty much for me, I got some people. It's in a new location, so I get to get a different vibe this time. It ain't in the same location,
I
so
love this vibe.
I get to see some different faces, different. I ain't even been over there, so I don't even know what it looked like in there. So it's all gonna be just brand new to me tomorrow. So I'm definitely excited about it because at the end of the day, I'm excited anytime I get on stage. I think I'm retarded for real because I've been all day. Like my sister even called me. This is how I know me and my sister is like we really twins. That's 5 years apart. Cause she called me was like, "What you wearing tomorrow?" Cause that's what my brain be at. I be excited. I be like, "Okay, let me find." It's like school. I gotta put my outfit out. I be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna kill him in this right here." Ooh, yeah, I'll put that on right there. Yeah, ooh, yeah, me. That's what I'm finna go upstairs and do if the warden allows me to.
Oh Jesus! So is your sister coming out tomorrow?
Sister's coming out tomorrow. She's bringing some folks with her. Uh, I got some other people say they coming out tomorrow. Like, that's another thing, new comedians. Don't believe that everybody's gonna come to your shows. It's not gonna happen. People are going to tell you they are coming 1,000 times. They actually gonna look at the flyer and still call you and say, "What time?" Be prepared for the letdowns. It's gonna happen.
So give us the rundown on tomorrow and the address and everything. Come on, do your thing.
7 o'clock doors open. 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30. Show should start. You got 6 comedians coming out. There will be 2 winners, and yes, you do gotta pay. We had a mishap on the internet today where you thought you got in free. No, if y'all don't pay, I don't get paid. So yeah, you got to pay. Show start 8:30. 6 comedians, 6 new comedians that will be participating in the finale in August next month. Heist Brewery, hosted by your boy Rare Food, the comedic voice of the streets.
Yes, and we will be at the one on Woodward Avenue. I think it's
Will
Woodward.
Burn or Will Burke?
Woodward. 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 Not the one uptown. The one on Woodward
The one on Woodwork.
Street.
Wherever they're working their wood at, that's where you going. They're working their wood over there. However they working,
Yeah,
that's where
so
we're gonna be at.
y'all can
Doors
see
open at 7.
him.
Doors open at 7. Show start 8:30. Let's have this the last of the competition until we find out the winner who get the prizes. So if you want to know the prizes, come out tomorrow and you'll find out. I ain't telling y'all on here.
Yes. And come out and see the new comedians this week.
Yeah, we got 6 new hot comedians coming out this week. I've only, let me see, it's 3 of them I ain't never seen before. 3 of them from out of town. So it ain't just Charlotte comedians. It's Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia.
They from all over now.
Everywhere. Everywhere. We try and get boys from Chicago down here.
So if y'all want to see Ray in action, come on out tomorrow to Connected to Comedy at Heights Brewery on Woodward Avenue, you guys. Woodward Avenue. The flyer is in the connected chat. We're gonna wrap this up right
And
now.
don't forget to go to Roku and go look at the previous episodes. Go to Roku, download the Connected app, get on the Connected channel, and look at the previous episodes, man. You'll see what fun we really do be having, man. We have a ball.
Yes, because Ray is definitely a fool, y'all. He is definitely a fool. All right, Ray. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, okay?
See y'all tomorrow. Hey, have a blessed night. Let me go up here to the ward and see what she has identified in the past hour.
All right, everyone. As always, just stay connected.
Stay connected and stay a fool.
All right.
The Connected Radio plays the hottest hits from